Yo, what's going on, guys? It's TKF here, and I have another battle for you guys. This one was a good battle against Toddy, very hacksy, and it's actually my first one back in a month, so it's going to be kind of interesting. I'm going to make a few mistakes, but nevertheless, it's a really good battle, and I finally managed to switch my method of recording, so I no longer use Camtasia, which means absolutely no lag, which is awesome. To me, it actually looks clearer as well. Actually, it looks like the quality's improved, so if you guys think my quality's improved, please leave a comment. Because I just love it when people tell me my quality's nice. It makes me feel happy inside. Anyway, I'm going to switch out here. He's going to leave a Metagross, I'm going to leave a T-Tar. Bad matchup for me. I'm going to switch predicting the Meteor Mash or, you know, good stuff, right, but I doubt it. So I'm going to switch out. He does get the critical hit first turn. As you'll see, this is a something that does recur in the match quite a lot. So he's going to hit me with that. He's going to get the crit. Thankfully, doesn't get the attack raise as far as from what I saw. I was kind of thinking I could take one, seeing as you know, that was a crit and everything. Looking at it, you know, if I'd have got min damage or whatever, he'd have got min damage. But nope, he gets another crit and you know, gets the attack raise as well. So that just spells disaster for me right there. So I'm going to go to Rapution right here, or Conkeldurr. I kind of thought I could scare him out, and he's going to hit me with a Meteor Mash, and yeah, I get wrecked. And that's really surprising. He gets another crit. And I was like, dude, Scope Lens is illegal. You should know that. But he's not actually running Scope Lens. It was just hacks, which was really unfortunate, you know, seeing as it was my first game back. But then nevertheless, it turned out okay. So anyway, he's going to switch out now. I do scare him out with Excadrill, which is what I should have bought in the first place. Silly mistake, seeing as, you know, I'm battling the month. I'm going to set this up on the Switch, enabling me to get a free hit on whatever wants to come in. It's going to be Swampert. It is viable for me to SD, however, I would not do it personally because, you know, he's only going to scold me to try and break my sub, in which case I would have to attack him and risk getting a burn, or get an O-code, which I definitely don't want to do. So I want to play it safe and hit him with an Earthquake. It does decent damage, you know, seeing as Swampert is quite bulky. I want to say that's a defensive build, because it does take that rather well, seeing as I am Adamant Nature, maxing out a 405 attack. But anyway, I definitely do not want to stay in here. I want to switch. So I'm going to go out into Latios to be immune to whatever he wants to go for. He goes for the Earthquake, which means I am indeed immune to it, which is very nice. Get the free switch there. And I'm guessing I can scare him out, even if he does have the Ice-type move. I don't think he's going to want to go for it here. So I'm thinking, okay, we'll just drop a Draco on whatever wants to come in. I know Metagross is most likely to come back in, but even so, I'm kind of figuring I'm going to do way over half to it anyway, seeing as I am a Specs Draco set. And I'm going to hit him with that base 140 move, you know, added with Stab and Choice Specs, and it does a lot to a Metagross, considering it does resist it. Yeah, it does do a lot of damage. So I know I'm going to be able to finish him off with another Draco, however, I don't want to. I want to switch out. I do have a sneaky suspicion this may be a banded Metagross, but he goes for the Meteor Mash anyways. I switch into Scizor. I really thought he'd go for Ice Punch there to play it safe, because, you know, the Specs Latios is kind of dangerous. But nope, he just goes for that, and I just go for the U-turn here, thinking that I would outspeed, which is just stupid, and he just kills me off. So that was really, really bad. I have no idea what I was thinking. It's my first battle back, so you know, my head's all over the place, and you'll start to see that I start clearing my act up later on. But I've made quite a few mistakes so far already, and it's really costing me. So he's going to go into Chansey. I don't care. I want to hit it with a Draco. Unfortunately, I miss, and you know, it would have been nice to get that off just to see if this is a defensive build, because most these days are a bold nature with 176 defense and 80 special defense or so. But anyway, I'm going to switch out, go into my Excadrill. He predicts this nicely, goes for a Flamethrower. It really doesn't do that much though. I was kind of happy with how much that did. And I'm kind of thinking that it's still going to break the sub though, so I'm just going to SD straight in its face. I'll look it in the eyes and SD, because we don't care. I'm going to go for it. I know there's nothing that he can really do to me. He can't T-Wave me because I'm ground type, so the only thing he really can do is Flamethrower. And as you can see, it's debatable whether that would break the sub or not, but, you know, I want to play it safe anyway. I don't really want to give up a quarter of my HP for absolutely nothing. So anyway, now that I've got my SD up, he's going to want to switch. I thought it was fairly obvious that I was going to go for Earthquake here, but I guess not. I don't know. He switches a Metagross, maybe just his Death Fodder as a pivot switch, but I'm going to hit that thing anyway. Going to be able to take that out easily. With a 405 attack, I'm now currently sat at 810, so it's definitely a force to be reckoned with. So now he's going to send something in that is going to scare me out, and he chooses Volbeat. I know this thing gets Prankster, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't get Will-O-Wisp. It probably gets T-Wave, but again, I'm ground type. So I kind of just, with process of elimination, I thought, well, he can only confuse ray me. That's the only Volbeat set I've seen. So I'm going to stay in and take the risk. He does confuse ray me, and I actually break through it and hit the rock slide, which is really nice because I'm going to be able to take that thing out without it being a hindrance to the rest of my team. So I get that thing out of the way. And depending on what he brings in now is whether I switch or not, because there are some things you just can't risk. And here he brings in a side blade. Now these things are the Dusclops of 5th gen. I know he's obviously going to want to go for the Will-O-Wisp here. He's not going to take the risk, since Excadrill does just seem to be the biggest threat. So I'm going to switch into Latios to take that. Reasoning behind it, because nothing else on my team wants to get burnt. I think mostly everything else on my team now has physical attacks, and definitely would not appreciate it, whereas Latios is obviously a special attacker, so doesn't really mind the burn. But seeing as it's in the Sandstorm as well, and I don't have any form of recovery, it is going to hurt. So he goes for the taunt here. I'm thinking he's going for the taunt, maybe thinking I'm going to try and dump my specs on him, but really, if you look at it from my point of view at the moment, if he put himself in my shoes, you'd see the specs is just too valuable to me right now. I need the extra power. So if I didn't have specs, that might not have taken it out, you never know. But well, you could just do a damage calc, but you know, whatever. I hit him with that anyway. It does take him out, which is nice. And I was going to bring in Swampert. Now I could stay in and go for another Draco, which I do, because I'm thinking at this point he's probably going to overpredict, because every time he's brought this in I've switched out and I just haven't wanted to deal with it, just in case he's got an ice type move. So I risk it, and it actually pays off big time, because he goes for the Earthquake here, which means obviously a free switch for me. Sorry, a free hit for me. So now I'm thinking he's probably just going to want to stay in and fodder out, so I'm going to fire off another Draco. Even at -2, I'm pretty sure I can figure, sorry, -4, I'm figuring I can take it out. But he goes into Chansey to take that, and again it misses. It's like a bright powder Chansey. Ugh. But anyway, that's going to miss. Now, after the burn damage, it's going to bring him down to 28 HP, and I'm thinking I can actually save this for later on and bring it in and drop one more Draco on something, and if I can get rid of Chansey in the meantime, then that means that, you know, I'll be able to do that. So anyway, last time I brought in Excadrill, so I'm thinking he might go for the Flamethrower, so this time I'm going to go ahead and bring in T-Tar. Now, I could choose to hit whatever comes in, which probably would have been a smarter play in the long run, but I actually choose to pursue this Chansey just for damage, and I want to say luckily, but I kind of feel like I deserve it. I get the crit here, which is nice, you know, because that's going to decrease its survivability next time it comes in. And he's going to choose to pass that Wish off to Swampert. I wouldn't have been able to take it out with any move anyway, seeing as I'm Stealth Rock, Pursuit, Fire Blast, and Ice Beam set, so it really wouldn't have made a difference. So right here I'm thinking, you know what, I want to cripple that Chansey as much as possible, so I'm going to let rocks, and turns out he has the same idea about my Latios, so he's going to pop the rocks as well, which is a very smart play on his part, because if I'd have been able to bring in Latios and drop a Draco on something, I probably would have won the match. As you'll see here, spoilers guys. But I'm going to hit him with an Ice Beam, and I'm thinking, you know what, I kind of deserve this freeze. I really do. So I go for it anyway, and I do get the freeze, which is nice. And I'm going to follow up with Pursuit, thinking that he's going to want to switch since it's frozen, but it's not the case. So he's going to stay in, and you know, Pursuit actually does less damage than Ice Beam, despite it being Stab, because Stab will put it up from 60 to 90, whereas Ice Beam hits for 95. Plus, you know, with that, you get the added chance to freeze. So right here, what I should have done is not have Pursuited right there, and I should have gone straight into Excadrill, and as you'll see, I would have been able to get up a Sword Stance and hit this thing with a +2 Stab Earthquake, but I got to take the risk here. I could have set up the sub. In my eyes, there really wasn't any point, so I'm just going to go for the SD, and luckily he thaws out on the first turn, pretty much, which is, well, you know, first turn with Excadrill being in, and he's going to be able to take me out with Scald. So that there was my only chance of winning the match, just absolutely destroyed and taken away from me, because there was nothing else I could have done. If I'd have played better earlier on in the match, then yeah, maybe, but, you know, just a bad start in general. It's really not helping. So I send in Latios now just to get it out the way. Really no point in keeping it around anymore, seeing as he has lefties, and every turn I waste he's getting lefties back. So I'm going to bring in T-Tar. I'm figuring, you know what, I'm going to go for the second freeze. I deserve it, and I don't get it. He hits me with an EQ, that's fine. I know I can take that just because T-Tar's natural bulk. I'm pretty sure I can take that. I do take it pretty damn nicely as well, and I'm thinking I will get this freeze. If it's the last thing I do, I deserve this freeze. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam again after all these annoying after turn effects, and I get a very nice treat, as you'll see. Hit him with this Ice Beam, and what do you know, I get the freeze. You know, crit freeze would have been nice, but no chance. So he is frozen solid, and I considered going for the Pursuit here, and I thought, no, we'll just go for Ice Beam, just because he's probably not going to switch. He didn't last time, why would he now? But I guess now he's in a range to where I can probably kill him with a few ice beams, so that's probably why he switches. But he does switch out, he goes into chansey. Bad for him that I got stealth rocks up, because as you can see with the stealth rocks up, with the ice beam and the sandstorm all in conjunction with each other, I'm actually going to be able to take this chansey out this turn, which is really, really nice. I believe this T-Tar is quite heavily invested in special attack, which is nice, you know, because it doesn't really need any in attack. I think it's still over 300 with little to no investment. But now he's going to bring in Latios. Now, if he's a DP set, I know I can take a DP. He does go for a Dragon Pulse, so I know I can take that with the 1.5 times special defense raise and the Sandstorm. I do take it. And I'm going to hit him with a nice beam. A crit here would have been game-changing. Absolutely game-changing. But I don't get it, so that's very, very unfortunate. And he is just going to be able to finish me off on the next turn with the Dragon Pulse. And that will actually turn out to be the match. So, great game, Toddy. My first battle back. It was very interesting. There's quite a lot of hacks this match. But, you know, hacks is hacks, whatever. So please, guys, leave a comment on my quality. It means the world to me. It really does, because quality is something I strive constantly to improve. So if you guys could leave me feedback on that, I'd be eternally grateful. We are eternally grateful. Yeah, Toy Story is great. Anyway, I will catch you guys. Okay, here I'm going to try and upload every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I'm going to try, because college is really pushing me at the moment, but I'll see what I can do. But anyway, until then, guys, don't forget to leave comments, and like ratings are always welcome, so I'll see you guys next time. Touche.